The alien commanders laughed when they first saw the object appear near their borders. It was a quiet afternoon above the skies of Drosari Prime, the capital planet of the Zelkora Union. 75 ships floated in perfect diamond formation. Massive cruisers, sharp-edged interceptors, and heavy dreadnoughts surrounded the command ship like stars around a moon. The Zelkora Union ruled 3 galactic arms, and their navy had never lost a full fleet in over 700 years. Their commander, a tall, armored creature with deep gray skin and glass-black eyes, stood on the bridge with his arms crossed. His name was Kelvuth, but his human captives simply called him the Butcher of Beltora. He had ordered the destruction of 2 Earth colonies last year. No mercy was shown, no warning given. He looked at the radar screen as a small blip appeared near the edge of their deep space zone. "What is this?" he asked. A younger officer replied, "It's not in our database. No code, no drive signature, no transponder." Another. "Smuggler?" someone offered. Kelvuth narrowed his eyes. "No," he said. "Send a patrol. Tell them not to engage, just scan and report." A formation of 3 light scout ships left the group and flew toward the unknown object. They were fast, equipped with the best scanners and shielding the Union had. Everyone on the bridge expected it to be another error, or maybe a drifting piece of rock. They were wrong. On board the object, the ship had no name, not painted anyway. No flags, no colors, no lights. It floated like a piece of space itself, alone, and quiet shape, completely dark. Inside, something was awake. His name was Soong, though no one called him that anymore. He did not speak. He did not sleep. He did not breathe. At least, not in the way living people did. Once, he had been human. A soldier. A survivor of 12 wars. His body had been torn apart, rebuilt, broken again. Pain had lived in him for 2 long. Earth's High Command had chosen him for something special. Something final. Seung didn't remember what it felt like to be warm. Now he was part of the Seraph, a black project weapon Earth never admitted existed. They said he was there. Answer, their ghost, their executioner. He didn't feel anger. He didn't feel hate. He just waited for the signal, and it came. A small message flickered through his mind. A soft voice like a whisper inside broken glass. Proceed. Show them. 3 minutes later, the Zelkora scouts arrived near the ship. Tried scanning it, no response. No energy readings. No heat signature. No movement. "It's dead," one pilot said, his voice echoing in his helmet. Some kind of abandoned drone. Then the lights in his cockpit flickered, then died. One by one, the 3 ships lost power. Shields failed. Engines stopped. Even the pilot suits began to shut down. They floated there, helpless. Then each ship folded in on itself, slowly, like crumpling paper in a vacuum. No explosions. Just silence and collapse. Back on the flagship, alarms began to scream. Scout team lost contact. External power pulse detected. Kelvuth shouted, "All ships. Battle formation. Target and fire." Weapons turned, missiles launched, lasers fired, all toward that silent, dark object. And nothing happened. The object did not move. The attacks never hit. In fact, the weapon systems themselves stopped mid-fire. Lasers dimmed before releasing. Missiles refused to launch. Some even turned backward and exploded inside their own base. Ships started to spin slowly, as if gravity itself had lost meaning. Then came the ripple. No one saw it with their eyes, but they felt it. A deep pressure rolled through the fleet, like a silent wave underwater. The bridge lights flickered. Screens turned to static. One officer collapsed, gasping, holding his chest. Kelvuth grabbed the rail. What is this? One by one, ships began to die. Not explode. Die. Engines stopped. Hulls twisted. Oxygen escaped into black. Crews screamed through open mics. Then nothing. In 4 minutes, the great Zalkori fleet was gone. Only the command. Ship remained. It shook. It cracked. It screamed. And then it too fell quiet. Above the remains of the fleet, the human warship floated still, untouched. Elsewhere, a human monitoring ship near a brown gas giant just outside the event zone. Another ship floated quietly. The UNS Diesen, a long-range recon vessel, had been ordered to observe only. Its commander, Captain Ji-Huan, watched the whole thing from his chair, jaw clenched tight. His second-in-command, Lieutenant Hown, stared at the readings. "It's finished," she whispered. 4 minutes. The entire fleet. Ji-Huan didn't speak. He had seen war. He had fought pirates, smugglers, alien raiders. He had seen entire planets glassed. But he had never seen anything like this. And the worst part? He knew what the ship was. Not alien. Not enemy. It was one of theirs. Back in Earth. Command. Secret briefing room in a hidden base under Earth's surface. 2 old men stood before a screen, showing the event playback. One turned to the other. "Complete," he said. The second man, eyes dark and tired, nodded. "Any damage to the asset?" "None." "Response from the Union?" "They believe it was a natural disaster. Power grid collapse." "Gravity wave?" The old man laughed. "Let them believe." "And phase 2? "Ready," the second man sighed. "The ship is awaiting coordinates." On board, the Seraph Soon did not sleep. He had no dreams. He only waited. New signal came. 1 sentence. "Proceed to next target." The ship turned silently, like a shadow. No engines lit. No sound made. It vanished into faster-than-light travel. Gone in a second. Back on the Anzi Diesen, Lieutenant Hown stood alone on the observation deck, staring at where the ship had been. She had seen the reports. She had read the files. They called it Project Seraph. She knew what it meant. They weren't sending diplomats anymore. Earth was done asking for respect. No, they sent silence. Now they sent death. And the galaxy would remember.